Why don't we start off with Janelle wishing her nephew a happy birthday, shall we? So here she is on her Instagram account sharing the activities that she did with Jace for his birthday. So first we got a selfie of the two of them in the Grand Canyon with a helicopter. And the caption reads, and I quote, "To the young man that made me a mother. Happy birthday, Jace, 16 years young." Are you sure he's 16, Janelle? You might need to double check that, boo. He is, but I'm just saying, because she did forget his age. "You're the most ambitious and caring boy I know. Seeing you get through trials and tribulations of life and still come out on top makes me so proud." The gag is, the trials and tribulations of life is her, right? Janelle's boyfriends, Janelle's husband, like, those are the trials and tribulations of Jace's life, right? That his mom was a deadbeat, could not raise him. She was too busy partying. She literally said that motherhood, having to raise this child, was like being in jail. She chose jail, aka more time away from this kid, so that she could go to a Kesha concert. And now she's over here on Instagram talking about, wow, like, I am in awe of the way you handle the trials and tribulations of life. Ma'am, excuse me. Anyway, so like I said, she posted that photo of them in the Grand Canyon. And so she posted a video from a helicopter ride that they were on for that outing and activity, which I think is very cool. I don't know if any of you guys have ever gotten to do that. I've gone to the Grand Canyon, but just to take a look at it, but I've never done the whole helicopter thing, which I think is really cool. A girl I used to work with, she actually got married in the Grand Canyon in an elopement, which was also kind of neat. That she posted a photo of the two of them. I guess this was them in the lobby of the restaurant or a hotel or somewhere like that on their way to a fantastic dinner. Listen, she spared no expenses when it came to celebrating her nephew's birthday. And that is the way that it should be, right? Especially considering her money and her relevance comes from him anyway. So you're seeing steaks, you're seeing carrots, you're seeing lots of good things. And that is one of those good restaurants with a white napkin on the table. It's not one of those, the little bibs, plastic cutlery and whatnot. Like, she took him to a good restaurant, as she should. How do y'all feel about the way that Janelle celebrated Jace's birthday? Let's get into you guys' comment section about all of that. In the live chat, I should say, sorry. The comment section is for my playback posse. Laura says, LMAO at her nephew. You know it, boo. You know it is her nephew. Can you still believe that she forgot this child's age? Like, that'll never not be funny to me. Hola, chica. Ya llegué. Buenos días. Buenos días. I see you, boo. Not boo boo. Bibi. I'm so, you know what? You speaking to me in Spanish is so exciting because voy a bailar esta noche con mi amiga. I'm going to go dance tonight with my friend. Where are we going? Comptoir Général in the 11e arrondissement to dance salsa, salsa, salsa. Miranda says, without the challenge, Corey is nothing. And you know what? We're going to get into that too, right? Like, that's why he turned down the opportunity to star in the not the challenge, sorry, but in the Traders. He thinks he walks on. Oh, y'all are really hyped for this Corey story. Listen, I'm going to bookmark all of you guys' comments, and then we're going to get into that one next. Okay, you guys. Let's see. Good morning, Rams. How are you feeling today? I know you were sick yesterday. Are you feeling any better and well rested? So Jaleesa says, happy birthday, Jace. Trials and tribulations are Janelle. LMAO, aren't they? Winnie the Cat says she's one of those influencer moms who treat their kids like a boyfriend. So weird. Jess says that's her son, not her nephew. Does she know that? Does she know that as much time as she spent with him? Ramsey says AI is going to be a huge problem. And it already is. I'm so spooked by some of the things I'm seeing. I fell for that AI video of the bunnies on the trampoline. Like, I thought those were real bunnies and a real trampoline. Because, like, who would just go and make that? Like, for what? Then says, I thought the Grand Canyon was very on fire right now. Is it? I had no idea. Laura says, Janelle has her nephew with her because she doesn't have a man of the moment. He is 16. That I know. LMAO, my son's birthday is literally 6 days before his. Well, happy belated birthday to your son then, Laura. Super cool. It is on fire. Really? I had no idea that the Grand Canyon was on fire. Damn. So how is it that they were able to do this helicopter ride? Because it sounds like that would be a dangerous thing to do at this given time, right? I'm seeing some birthday wishes coming through for Jay. So yeah, again, shout out to Jace. Listen, Jace is innocent in all of this. Remember Winnie the Cat, they just moved to Vegas, and then Jace was having a lot of troubles. He was running away frequently. He was placed in a group home. Then he was shipped off with his deadbeat father. So I would venture to guess that he doesn't really have friends. I don't know that he's even had the time to make friends, given the situation that he's currently in, which is just, really, really sad when you think about it, because 16 is such a pivotal year in your life. And so, having that community, especially when your home life is as toxic as his home life is with Janelle as a mother, like, it sucks that, he wouldn't have that. Jaleesa says, I'm glad he had a great birthday. He deserves it. And I agree. He deserves the best. And the comments that he was making on social media about just being in a really dark place were incredibly concerning. And so I hope that Janelle is taking that stuff seriously. Like, taking him to a restaurant, on a helicopter ride, that's all well and good, but make sure that you are taking care of him on the inside as well, because he's going through an awful, awful lot. Lol says, my brother was the same at 16, just a family dinner. Sometimes that's just all you need, right? Something nice and calm, especially in the chaos that is growing up Janelle Evans' son. Hey, Amy, good morning, boo. How you doing today? Steph says, this is what Janelle was waiting on him to be old enough to take care of himself and they can hang out. That's what it is, right? There are some people like that. Even Ryan Edwards bragged about that on the show. He said, he doesn't like the baby stage. He wants for the kid to be able to hang out, go ride some dirt bikes or four-wheelers or whatever it is that he likes to ride. And that's it, And so Janelle is very much like that. She's very much like deadbeat dad vibes. Laura says, I'd imagine he'd be afraid to have a party with who his mom is. Could you imagine, Janelle? You know what? Do any of her kids have big birthday parties with friends? I'm trying to think, do they? Right? And then they're estranged from so much of their family, her family especially. So do they do big birthday parties with the family? How does she typically handle, these kids' birthdays in general, right? Ronnie says she has to get on Jace's good side so she can get the new MTV show with the kids. Listen, that check is coming, y'all. That check is coming. Are you guys going to be tuning in for that? Because, again, Kale had mentioned this in her podcast a little while ago. Good morning, Tracy. And thank you, Venetia. I'm so excited about how, they started kind of sending out contracts to the kids for their spinoff. So is that something that you guys think you're going to be tuning in for? Or would you prefer just to have kind of the recaps? Let me know. And Jaleesa, I'm glad you're coming. Listen, hit me up, boo. Hit me up, boo. Hopefully I'll still be here. October is my birthday month, so sometimes I do go away, but hopefully I'll still be in town. You guys, so basically, that is how Janelle decided to celebrate Jace's birthday. It looked like a great celebration. I would be happy if my aunt picked me up, said, hey girl, get in, loser. We're going in this helicopter. And then afterwards, I am taking you to a bomb ass dinner. So I'm hoping that these are the little things that make him feel loved, treasured, and valued. Because again, when he was posting on his social media, it was along these lines that he did not feel that way. He did not feel seen. He did not feel wanted. And he was in a very, very dark and depressive place. And so if this helps him to feel good and to feel happy, then all the more power. And, again, I really do hope that she's continuing to keep an eye on his mental health, because it was in a very scary place not too long ago, right? With all the running away and whatnot. So happy birthday to you, Jace. And, I hope you did have a good time celebrating, even if you had to celebrate it with Janelle.